Okay. Diablo 2 Resurrected ladder and patch update. This is from Huli, the community manager. Hi all. Over the last week, we have seen much speculation and reactions from the community around the subject of ladder play releasing post-launch. We want to take this opportunity to share that ladder-only rune words, unique items, and Herodric Cube recipes that were once restricted to ladder rank play will now for the first time be included in non-ladder multiplayer and single-player play. Well, it's great. I love that. I love that a lot because sometimes I like to play single player. Sometimes I'm not as invested in ladder either. So yeah, that's great news. I didn't realize that there were certain unique items that were restricted to ladder rank play. What items are those? I had no idea. I definitely knew about the rune words, but unique items, that's news to me, but that's great news. I'm glad that they installed that. That'll be a good update. We understand these items complement prominent builds and playstyles cherished by the community. Yeah, true. Furthermore, we have heard the community asked to include these items into the single-player experience for quite some time. I'm sure you have. Now, players playing solo can also partake in the metas that have become popularized from the original multiplayer ladder experience. Furthermore, single player will now also include access to the Pandemonium event and Uber Diablo content. Awesome. So we get some endgame in single player. Fantastic. These are all positives. I'm very happy about this so far. To mitigate server impact and protect server stability of the game during the launch window, we plan to have ladder rankings and listings to be implemented shortly after launch. Oh. Okay. So no ladder day one. I would say this isn't that bad as it sounds. The reason I say this is because during the beta that we just played, we had a lot of issues. I had issues. I tried to play day one and I kept crashing. The game seemed to have some bugs and things that they needed to work out. And if day one is anything like what I experienced, and I think a lot of people experienced this during the beta, then putting some separation in between when they actually start the ladder season and when the game actually launches is probably not the worst thing. Again, I think it gives them an opportunity to work out the kinks and put in some more patches for any of the issues that come up. And inevitably, I would assume that there will be some issues that come up. So I'm okay with this. I don't need ladder day one. I think people will act upset about it and we'll have a lot of negative things to say, but I think it's fair to say that the game will not be perfect day one. So I'm okay with it. This will enable players to have a fair chance to partake in the race that comes with the first season's ladder for Diablo 2 Resurrected and not run into any possible launch window stability issues that could impede that experience. Right, just what I said. Once we have a more precise gauge on this front, we'll notify the community of the exact date and time in September. Okay. Wouldn't that be... It'd be funny if they're like, after reviewing, we're actually going to start ladder in December 2022. So please hang tight. Just kidding. We hope this provides clarity on our intentions with the ladder and related systems at launch. We look forward to sharing the ladder start times with the community. Once we have it locked in, we'll provide early enough notice so players can make the appropriate accommodations for their race to 99. Thank you. Cool. Love the changes so far. Okay, so you're happy with what we've read so far. I can wait for ladder. Yeah, I agree with you. They got to make it right. Hopefully takes less than a month. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. One point that I had heard is that the beta that we got to play there, I think I'd initially assumed that was the best current version that they have for us. And the point that was raised is that the beta that is being shown to us is probably a much older version of what they've been working on. So some of the bugs and issues that did come up, they were probably already aware of, and they've probably already fixed them. So, even the beta that we're getting this weekend, there's a good chance that it's not the most up to date version of D2 Resurrected. So something else to kind of keep in mind. Patch notes. A new patch is being staged for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation prior to the open beta. Still nothing for Switch. It's fine. I wasn't going to play on Switch anyway, but it's very interesting. Again, we're getting nothing on the Switch. Read below to learn more about the latest changes. To share your feedback, please post in the D2 Resurrected beta forum. Okay? Please note, D2 Resurrected is still in development. This is a beta version of our game, which is still undergoing testing and iteration before its official release. Yes, we are aware. Okay, functionality changes. General. Skill purchases now require separate button presses. Controller. All right, so this is a Xbox and PlayStation exclusive change. Skill purchases now require separate button presses. Is this saying that when you include a skill, when you want to add one skill into Blizzard, let's say, do you now have to press it twice? Is it giving you sort of a notification? Are you sure you want to add one to this skill? I'm guessing that's what it's saying. I've never had this issue on PC. I've never seen anyone have this issue on PC where you're like, okay, I'm going to put one in here. Oh, no. I added 3. Oh, damn it. I guess that was an issue where people were a little anxious on the controller buttons. Okay, I'm going to add one. Oh, no. All right. Well, I'm glad that they didn't add that because that would have been annoying on the PC. I don't need a little thing popping up asking me if I really want to do something. No, I've committed. I've clicked. And if I did it by mistake, that's my problem. Okay? I solely take blame for it. Developer comment. We made this change because many players were accidentally allotting points to skills they didn't intend to. Right, okay. We hope this change will mitigate that issue, especially since it's more difficult for players to respec in Diablo 2. Who's doing that? I guess, I haven't played on PlayStation and Xbox, but I guess that was happening enough for them to address it. All right. Bug fixes, stability and performance. Fix several bugs that could cause a crash upon launching the game. Yes, thank you. I had a lot of issues in trying to, not launching the game, but actually entering, launching. I could launch Diablo 2 Resurrected, but launching a game and showing up at the rogue campsite would cause my game to crash. So hopefully that's addressing whatever that issue was. Fix a bug that could cause players to crash when toggling the legacy mode. I didn't even have time to try the legacy mode. I actually kind of forgot. I forgot about it. I didn't care to kind of try that out. So I didn't personally have an issue, but it's because I didn't try it. Fix a bug that could cause players to crash when opening a trade window. Wow. Fix a bug that could cause players to crash when the skills select window prompted. Wow, there was a lot of crashing going on, huh? Not good. Fix a bug that could cause degraded performance over time. Are they talking about the game was running slower over time? if you're playing Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's what it sounds like. Well, they fixed it, so good news. Fix several bugs that could cause a crash, more crashes, when encountering poor server connectivity. Wow. Fix several bugs that could cause a crash on consoles. Added several client, server, and network optimizations. So it seemed like the number one issue that they went after was obviously the crashes. And again, I think that was the biggest complaint I saw on the Diablo 2 subreddit. And I experienced that as well. It was honestly, I was pretty dejected, and I was so excited to open the beta, play it, get the whole experience. But yeah, I kept running into crashes, and I started to lose interest the more that the weekend went on. So I didn't get as many hours to play as I wanted to. So I'm going into this weekend, the new beta, with a new mindset, and I feel like I'm really be able to experience Diablo 2 Resurrected now, hopefully with these crashes fixed, like they're saying here. All right, last two. General fixed a bug preventing players from accepting party invites while the game was minimized. All right. Fix a bug preventing players from toggling on or off their paladin orders. All right. Again, I didn't get experience with a lot of these things that they're mentioning, the very specific things. It was just the general crashes, which I was hoping that they would fix. So good. I'm happy with this. I'm glad that they're continuing to iterate and fix the game. And I think that really the biggest takeaway is that they're not starting ladder day one. They're going to be continuing to iterate and patch the game, fix any issues, bugs that arise, things that the community is upset about, whatever. So I'm really happy about the time and effort that's going into this, the communication that they're giving us. It's left me very hopeful for the future of Diablo 2. And yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people very excited. And really, if they're not going to be there at day one, I'm hoping that the community can really sort of prop up the game again and get people invested in it so that we can create a community, not as large as it used to be back in the 2000s, but yeah, just a game that people really want to jump into, and they see a lot of other people playing it. They get curious about it, and we meet some new people who get to experience the game for the first time. I think that would be really cool. So I think everything's headed in the right direction. I'm positive, optimistic, whatever. So I'll be playing this weekend. I'll be playing the open beta, as they called it. And yeah, I'll kind of give my thoughts after that. Hopefully I don't have to deal with the crashes this time.